welcome back. I had a request that I thought was a fantastic one. How to make the second player CPU. So we're going to start that today. We're just setting up the UI because I wore myself out last week, and I hope I didn't wear you out. But we're gonna take it nice, easy, and breezy, and just make some buttons and make them do stuff. Let me slow down. I'm in the level selector scene. And my idea is that, like, when you pick a board, you're also going to pick who's a computer and who is a human. I'm not going to do it to where they're both computers. I just feel like that would be way more chaos than I want to program for. But that means that we have 3 scenarios that we possibly could have because we only have 2 pieces. I've got VBox container highlighted. And I'm going to add an HBox container as a child. And that gets 3 buttons. And of course, I'm hitting Control A. Just duplicate you. Cool. The first scenario, I'm going to rename this button None. Because you could have it to where pink is human and blue is human. I could spell blue. The second button I'm going to name Pink Computer. And this is going to be the button we're going to pick if pink is the computer and blue is the human. This button, you can guess. Blue, hello, blue computer. Text is going to be pink is human, blue is CPU. That's the old way of talking about it. Now, if I run the scene, and I have the audio muted, yours will probably make noise. First of all, it doesn't look like I'm clicking them at all. Secondly, I can click any button I want and it'll do things. So I can set it to pink is human, blue is human, and pink is human, blue is CPU. No, that's bad. I only want one of these 3 things to be true. Let's solve one problem at a time. The first thing we're going to do, just click. It actually doesn't matter which button you click first. I'm going to click None. We're going to make a button group, and we're going to put all 3 of these buttons in the button group. Button groups tell Godot, hey buddy, I only want one of these buttons to be selectable at any given time. So if somebody goes through and they click, pink is CPU, blue is human, and then they change their mind, nah, I want 2 human players, and they click this, it turns this off and this on. I've got None selected. I'm going to come over here to the inspector and I'm going to find where it says button group. See where it says empty? No more. Click new button group and it just makes me one. It's called button group. Oh, we've got an error. Button group is intended to be used only with buttons that have toggle mode set to true. I can do that. Set toggle mode to true. And I do want this one to be the default. So I'm going to click button pressed. Real quick before we leave None, come over here to button group, click on the little arrow, click save. For this project, we're really only going to have one button group, so this default name is fine. I'm not mad at it. Just hit save. Come to Pink Computer, button group. You know I love my quick load. There it is, new button group.tres. It's mad because it's not in toggle mode, so we're going to turn toggle mode on. We do not want this button pressed, so leave that off. Blue computer, same process. Click on it, button group, quick load, bam, toggle mode, button presses off. Okay. So when we run, this is working, but we're back to the original problem that we had before. We're like, it's working great, you just can't see it. And if the user can't figure out that this is working, then who cares, really? I have given you in the resources in the description a new texture. It says 9 patch pressed. Go into your theme. Mine is called default theme. Double clicky. I've got type set to button. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right. See the little rainbow? Click it. Come down here to pressed. Right now what's going on is it's using the same texture for everything. Pressed needs a new texture so that we know that when the button is pressed, it looks different, right? Click the little arrow, click new style box texture. See, it changed. Actually, you could leave it like that, but no. I'm clicking on the word that says style box texture and it opens up over here in the inspector. Find that new texture that I gave you and you downloaded and imported. It's called 9 patch hover. Drag it in. Oh, that looks like poopy. See the margins? I know because I made this that all of my margins are 2, so I'm going to go ahead and set that now. So now when it's clicked, it has that gray border. All right. If you've got something in focus, go ahead and delete it out. And hit the plus again. We're going to overwrite it. Other style box texture. Drag in your 9 patch. Where'd it go? There you are, buddy. Oop, no, I want the 9 patch hover. All the margins are the same. There actually is a way to get these to like save so you can reuse them again, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not good at it. And that only took me a second anyway. All right, now when I run it, clapboard. Let's do it. It's focused, it's focused, it's focused, it's focused. We can tell which button's pressed, which is what we want. You can actually, if you want, wherever that theme editor went to, you can edit the hover one too, and it'll look different when the user hovers over. But that's your choice. Now let's make this do something. Not going to make it do a whole ton. That's a next week thing, but we can get started. I am in levelselector.gd. Yep. This is the script that's on the root of this scene, and I'm going to add an export variable. I'm going to call it button group. What? Oh, I forgot var. There we go. Now it should, if I click around a little bit, yep, put in the inspector, I've got root highlighted, and it's like, well, what button group do you want? If I click the arrow and I click my quick load, it knows to only find me button groups, so it's right there. Bam. Got that button group. Love that. I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to make myself a new function. We're going to call it what button got pressed. Returns Boyd. Perfect. And we need to know what button got pressed, so let's make a variable for it. We've got the button group. And Godot has a built-in function that we're going to just use called getPressButton. Easy. Now that we've got the button, we can just call it by its name, which is sitting over here. Button pressed dot name. So what is it, Godot? For right now, we're just going to do print statements just to prove that love is real. None. If it's pink computer, I'm reasonably sure capitalization matters. Print. Otherwise, if it's blue computer, Neat. So if you'll think about this, we want the user to select who's the computer and who's the human, and then they pick the board out and they go play the board. So what we're going to wind up doing is calling what button got pressed at the end of every one of these board selection functions. I'm just going to copy paste it. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Okay. I'm going to make my output bigger. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I had to make a cut because I realized, and maybe you caught it before I did, I spelled computer wrong. That breaks your code. So, if I click the clapboard, I can pick any of these, and I can pick a board, and it prints the string. Let's do another. Let's see that pink computer, the one that I spelled wrong, to prove that I have it spelled right now. I should be able to go into any board, and it should still, yep, look at that. We have time. Let's see blue computer. Ba-bam. All right, we did it. Before you go, this is so not a problem, but it has bothered me for a solid week. I know that's crazy, but it did. I was thinking so hard about how to get the bounce back to work that I didn't realize I am in main with crossroads and I'm in bounce back roll. Why did I set this equal to anything? That works fine. You could argue, don't, but you could argue that because I set it to 1, Godot went ahead and inferred the type as int, and sometimes when Godot already knows the type, it makes it like a few milliseconds faster. Don't clock this game in milliseconds. There's no way. I could also do that if I was like that super worried about it. It's stupid, but that really did bother me for a week that I made that mistake. Okay, so clearly now I'm rolling with mistake-free code. I can't say it with a straight face. Nobody makes mistake-free code. Don't worry about it. You take it easy, and you have a good one, and I will see you next time. Hey, real quick before you scoot, I am on buymeacoffee.com. It's kind of like Ko-Fi and Patreon together. If you found this video helpful or useful, I would appreciate you coming over here and checking this out. If you are willing or able, you can donate on this page.